What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Hopefully you can hear me over all this noise and everything, but don't want to do this video in my truck because Leonard is resting in there, and Lord knows he needs all the rest he can get. You know, as we get a little bit older, you know, sometimes you need a little bit more rest, and he's got 10 years on me, so, you know, I try to be sensitive to that. But you know, every time you come out on the road, it seems like each different run kind of has a different feel to it. And it seems like this particular outing we've kind of rescued some loads, repowered some stuff, but we've been running extremely hard. I mean, we've been running the clock down about as low as you can get it, you know, going 600 plus a day. Just got a load out of Florida, a couple days ago, already out here in Salt Lake City. And you know, this load that we brought from Florida was a load that somebody had already picked up, dropped it off at the yard. It was supposed to be going to Washington, but it wasn't going to deliver till Tuesday, and today is Saturday, so they just told us, you know, drop it at the Salt Lake City yard. Now, one of the things I've been trying to do on this is identify when you have chances for one of the drivers to get a 34. I really don't like running the teams with like the 9-hour drive shifts and all that kind of stuff. I prefer to run as hard as possible, and there's always going to be times where you can kind of fit in a 34 because typically we are well ahead on our loads. But since we've been kind of rescuing some of these loads, those times when we've got out places early where we might have been able to get a 34, or one of us get a 34, they've got us rescuing stuff, which kind of brings me to what happened today. I actually had to turn down a load today. I was about 5 hours away from Salt Lake City at the TA in Rollins, and just before I was about to go take my shower, or when I was done taking my shower, I was gonna message dispatch and tell them, you know, ETA to the yard and make our availability tomorrow 8 a.m. That would allow Leonard to get his 34 in. Well, when I came out from my shower, there was a text or message, whatever, and they were asking if we could pick up a load at the Salt Lake City yard and go to Oakland for a 10 o'clock delivery tomorrow morning. Oakland is not my favorite place to deliver. I mean, I do have my little hideaway out there. You know, Oakland's kind of hard to find parking and stuff like that, but I do have my little secret spot out there that I could kind of hang at. But since it was the weekend, the problem with Oakland is if you deliver out there and you don't have a pre-plan already in place, you could really set yourself up for a bad situation. And being that it wasn't my normal dispatcher and all that kind of stuff, I just felt it was better for me to decline that load. Plus, I think it was more valuable for Leonard to get his 34 in, because the recaps I have coming back are pretty strong, and I really don't want to be running to where, you know, if he has like 7 hours to run on one of his recaps, then we need to wait like 3 hours in between drive shifts and stuff like that. It just didn't make sense. So I figured, you know what, let's just go ahead, get him the 34. So as much as I hated to turn that load down, I just had to do that. But definitely a different feel to this time out. You know, last time we were out, I primarily drove nights. I think if we were out for a month or maybe a little over a month, I think I drove 90% of the nights, and it's kind of flipped a little bit. So he's been picking up a few more of these nights, and what that's taught me is that he's not a huge fan of nights. So you know, I'm kind of one of those people that likes to run as the load dictates and all that kind of stuff. I'm really not a fan of like a 12 to 12 schedule or, you know, different things like that. So who knows, I might end up having to try something like that out, because I'm just, I don't really like or prefer driving nights. I prefer driving days anytime. I just felt as a solo driver there was a lot of benefit to running nights and things like that, but I never did like driving nights more than days. But hold on a second. I don't like people there's somebody walking around out here, and I feel a little goofy, when people see me doing videos and stuff like that, so I'm just kind of letting him walk by, even though he's looking back at me. But anyway, damn, what was my point? So anyway, I don't know if you want to call it a gift or whatever, but I do not get sleepy unless I've been up like an extreme amount of time. 24 hours, nothing. You got to be pushing 36 hours or something like that for me to get to the point where I feel like I'm actually going to fall asleep. Now, fatigue is a different situation, and sometimes when these nights kind of stack up on you a little bit, that can happen. And I just didn't want Leonard to get in that position, so we just shut it down, let him kind of get his bearings about him and everything like that, and see if there's a way to kind of adjust our schedule a little bit. Anyway, god dang. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this short, but I do have my truck coming in. Should be in about 3 weeks. I need to get with Success Leasing, see exactly how we're gonna handle any add-ons to it. I really didn't get into all that beforehand. Like, I want to get the side box, things like that, or those things I'm going to pay for up front before I get the truck, pay for them cash. How that's going to work, either way I'm going to get it. Just need to know how that's going to work, and then still need to get with Stars and Stripes. And I've heard a lot of good things about them and the graphics that they've done on people's trucks. But hold on a second. The graphics they've done on people's trucks, but I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I haven't been getting the attention that I feel like is, I don't know if they're super busy, whatever. I'm almost to the point where I'm just gonna tell them, put Prime's numbers on there, do what you gotta do, leave it blank, and then I'll go handle this stuff on my own outside the fact. Just because they've sent me, I told them twice I don't need any of the graphics, but they keep sending me these catalogs. I send them kind of what I want on it, send it back, and then I don't hear anything else back. So I'm gonna let that happen one more time. Then we're just gonna rock the plain truck, and then I'm gonna just go hook it up out in Denver and get it done when I'm on home time out there, something like that. But anyway, that is about it. Just wanted to stop by and show some love. If I haven't got around to doing any videos, trust me, it's because we have been running non-stop. I mean, about the longest break we've had was without the truck, while the truck was stopped, was about 2 hours. So we got a 2-hour break on the way into Orlando because we were just ahead of schedule. So he got done with his drive shift. I got a chance to like rest without the truck moving, drove the load in, and then we sat out there at the Publix in Orlando waiting for our next load. And that's actually a nice place to stop because they have a little area where you could park and wait for your next load, wait overnight, whatever you want to do. But I think we waited 3 hours to get that load, and then picked up that load. And I mean, we ran out here, and I'm telling you, as much as I'm a clown on Leonard about being a solar powered trucker, because he is a solar powered trucker, and if he happens to be watching this, I mean, he's capable of driving nights, but trust me, he does not like driving nights. But we've been running these loads straight through. So he starts his clock, does pre-trip, drives, takes a 30-minute break, drives, end a shift, you know, around 10 hours. Switch, I do mine, drive, break, drive, end shift. And I was trying to get this here in 2 shifts because I wanted to make sure that he got his 34. So I drove my clock yesterday till there was 5 minutes left on my clock, just so we could be somewhere around 1,100 miles. I told him, you know what, try to get a good 600 on it, something like that, and I'll come in and clean it up. But got here with the hour to spare on my clock, and anyway, that's it. I know this is kind of just a rambling video, but I at least wanted to catch you guys up to date. My wife is watching this. I love you, baby. I'm thinking of you, trying to be more of a man to you.